What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mr. Straight Facts Show. I'm Mr. Straight Facts. Let's get into it today. One of the first things that I saw today, and I think it actually happened on Wednesday, I believe, but I saw it today on social media. Donald Trump said this. What's up, Dennis? What do I have it set up yet? There you go. This is what Donald Trump said about our economy.
We're going to have $2 gasoline. I did that. That brings everything else down. Groceries are way down other than beef. Now, beef is going to come down. You know, we have to do that. You remember when I started, eggs were up by 4 times what they were previous. You know, it was in 2 days in the office and they told me about eggs. I solved that because the fact is we have prices way down.
He said our prices are way down. The fact is, this man wouldn't know a fact if it reached up and slapped the crap out of him. He's going to say that prices are down. Now, what he's going off of, he put out a post about Walmart. And see, Walmart, and I'm pretty sure you guys know, hey, what's going on, Rudy and Planet Janet? DJ, I see you. Walmart puts out every year for their holiday meals, and I think it stretches from Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's Thanksgiving. And they have this meal that they have that you can buy, and they do it every year. I don't know how many years they've been doing it, but I know it's been doing it at least since 2019. I don't know about anything else. So anyway, that's what this dipshit got it from. So he was like, let me put it out there. And he went out there and told everybody, you know, these things are less price. So obviously everything's cheaper. And I did that. In this particular clip, he says eggs was 4 times as much and I came in and made it lesser. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. You know, we this is the thing about, like I said before, MAGA don't do no homework. MAGA don't read. MAGA doesn't go and actually have like a smart person. I suggest you guys do this, MAGA. Seeing as how you guys don't like to read, y'all need to get you like either a smart robot, you know what I'm saying, something you could play with that actually gives you facts, or you know, one of your kids that haven't been so dipshitized that they have some kind of 5th grade level without you interrumping with it, you know what I'm saying? I made that word up. But so that that purity of just common sense as a child before they get dumbified by you, just have them read it for you so they can tell mom and dad and uncles and aunts. Y'all can all sit around in a circle, you know, and just listen to the child educate your dumb ass, because it doesn't take much to look it the fuck up. It really doesn't. You can duck go it, you can Google it, Chat GPT, Perplexity, whatever. Do something. Stop trying to rely on this right here, because ain't shit between the 2 ears for you people. It ain't nothing in here, and it's just a fact. There's nothing in here, because you can't. If it goes in, it just poof, it's gone. It's simple. All right, you can go look up stats, and we're gonna pull some. This is gonna MSNBC had it, but it's actually pulled up. It'll give you the source, and you'll see what prices have gone up and what has gone down. All right? And you see the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is where they got it from. It's not MSNBC. Don't rely on them. Rely on the fact that it's the Bureau of Labor Statistics. All items have gone up 3%. Food, over 3.1%. Energy, over 2.8%. Now, your energy bills and so forth are going up. It's because AI uses so much power. It's insane. They're building power places just so they can run AI. There are power banks that's just focused on AI, just so it can think. These chips, $40,000 a chip. They got a ton of them in these AI machines, and they burning out. It's crazy how much it's gonna take to keep these machines running, and they're gonna replace humans. I'm like, good night. Who's gonna be the chip company and the computers are making that too. The chip company's gonna have to have some humans or something because it's too much power to build a chip and then put it in these machines, and they take up all the power. Yeah, just to let you know, that's one of the main reasons why your energy is going up. Gasoline down. Now here's the thing: 0.04. Ain't nobody feeling that. Now I can't say ain't nobody feeling it. Put it this way: when they say that it's gone, down 0.4%, that means that in your state you may feel it because yours may have went down. In California, mine may have went up just a little bit, and yours went down. Let's say in Kentucky, you see it and feel it. It'll be down 25 cents, whatever the fuck it is. Us, we up 25 cents. We up 10 or 15 cents per gallon. You guys may be down. So they leverage that out throughout the whole entire United States, and they come up with it. So some people's gas has gone up, some people's gone down. But it says you can give it to them down 0.4%. Apparel up over 5%. Medical care services up 3.9%. And they're trying to get 4 to 6 million people with this big, beautiful bill to be kicked off their Medicare, medical health insurance, which all these medical care services have risen. And your insurance is about to go anywhere between 2 to 4 times higher. Just insane. Got Marjorie Taylor Greene going out there doing something because she knows her shit's going to go higher. I just heard her say, either it was today or yesterday, whatever it was, that her healthcare insurance was at went from, when Obamacare started, it went from like $2,400 or something like that, and went way up, like $4,000 to $5,000 per month or some shit. I'm like, I don't know how much, but it went drastically up. It sounded like it was like almost 3 times as much. And I'm like, So your insurance went up. Then she said they put the subsidies on, made it a little bit cheaper. But it's like, your insurance went up like drastically, Marjorie Taylor Greene. And you felt it. And now with this about to go through this big, beautiful bill, your shit's about to double or quadruple. That's why she don't want to do it. She keeps on bringing her kids in it. She talking about herself. Just bringing kids in and just make it all warm and fuzzy. Even though her kids are like 85 years old, because she's 360. Just by the leathery skin, you could tell she was a reptile at some point. I'm fucked. That's so wrong. But anyway, that's so wrong. But reality, she really is afraid of this bill that she's about to have. And she wants these Republicans to be like, yo, we got to stop this. Stop the playing. Mike Johnson, get your ass back. She freaking out. And good, and rightfully so. But we all know, Marjorie Taylor Greene, we're not stupid. You trying to run for something. You already, I guess you're a congresswoman. What, is she a senator? I'm trying to think. I think she's in the Congress. She's in the House. So, or did she just become in the Senate? I think she may become a Senate. Anyway, this woman's trying to be president. President and vice president. But I think she's trying to run for president. Because out of nowhere, the batshit crazy woman literally coming out and acting like, oh, I care about other people. You mean Miss Wear the Hat in the middle of Congress when Joe Biden was speaking? The one who was very highly disrespectful. The young man who was in the school shooting. She walking up behind him, acting like that he never went through a school shooting. The Jewish space laser chick. Yeah, nah. She wants something, just like Donald Trump. I wouldn't get that woman to lead me out the pasture. Ain't no way in hell I do. Ain't nothing. She couldn't do nothing for me. But thank you for having some common sense around this. But would never receive a vote from this guy. I don't know. I can't talk for y'all. She wants something. She wants something. It's the Senate she wants, DJ. But yeah, I know she's doing something for it. And here's the thing. And I know that she has the blessing of Donald Trump to do what she's doing. Because everybody else that has said to Donald Trump, not to him personally, but has went against what he wants to get done, like she's going against, the Jeffrey Epstein files. He'd have been on ripped everybody apart talking about those Epstein files. She's on the side that will vote to try and get those Epstein files, even though his name's all over them. And Donald Trump ain't said shit. I wonder what she got on him. She probably done maneuvered him and got something on him, because I have yet to see anybody get treated still like mom's the word, even though they going after you. He ain't said nothing cross about her. Just like he ain't said nothing cross about Michael Wolff. I'm just saying, I just noticed shit. I ain't saying I know it. I just noticed that, this man never lets anybody get away with anything. He literally goes after people. He's going after John Brennan? Just because he was a part of the investigation at Mar-a-Lago. That was his job. He's going after him because the man did his job. And this woman's out here trying to get these Epstein files released so that they can show him out to be a pedo. And he ain't tripping? Oh, no. Something's up with that. I'm just saying something's up with it. All right, so you see these prices have gone up. This fool out here talking about the price of eggs have went up. Price of bacon has went up. He said the price of meats went up. That's what he said. The price of meat went up. Yeah, but we're going to get those down. You know what the price of meat went up? That this man literally gave Argentina $20 billion. We know that for sure. Got the investors to give up to match what we did, our money, another $20 billion. So it's $40 billion. And then we got to buy their beef. So he's bringing in their beef so he can bring down the prices of beef here. Not negotiating with our our cattle, farmers, what do you want to call them, ranchers, cattle ranchers. Not to go and negotiate with them and say, hey, look, we got to bring these prices down. You got to stop gouging, bro. You got to stop gouging. You got to have these. I mean, he ain't even invited, like, that we've known. We haven't seen the national whatever, cattle ranchers association, something like that, whatever, if there is one. We haven't seen nothing like that come to the White House and try and negotiate prices down so that we can stop price gouging American citizens. Why not have that debate? Instead of doing that, Mr. Negotiator, he goes and builds leverage by buying Argentina's beef. Our people have been struggling to make money. They've been making money from us, like hand over fist, but overseas, selling their stuff. And now you say America first, and you go overseas to get somebody else. And you can't get Americans to think about Americans and say, look, lower the prices. We can raise the prices for overseas, but lower the prices for Americans. It's Americans first. No, he didn't have that conversation. His conversation is, I'm going to stick it to these cattle ranchers who think they can gouge everybody. I'm going to go and get the beef somewhere else, charge them lower. They're going to have to come down. Leverage is leverage, but that's kind of a shady way to go about it. And the cattle ranchers, you guys are making money right now. And I saw a few of them talk about that in some kind of interview, saying, yeah, we're making hand over fist now, but we it's time we have basically a drought. So it's kind of making up for it. As soon as things start to make up, he wants to lower everything. And it's like, well, you got to understand something. If Americans are going through it, you need to keep those prices low, bro. You can't just be putting Americans through hell and expect them to save you every time. We have given you, Donald Trump didn't give you, Biden didn't give you, Obama didn't give y'all shit. It was American citizens. Their money went into a pot, and they gave you our money so that your ass can get back on your feet. So you owe the American people, not those the politicians. You owe the American people the thanks You owe them to give them a break because we gave you one when you needed it. These greedy capitalists don't understand that we drive this bitch. We're the engine. We're the gasoline, fuel. We're all of it. You're just the hub. We can put money into you or we can drain that bitch until you choke out. It's just that simple. So you should be doing right by the people. It shouldn't be that we have to leverage to get you to do right. Just do right. And people will come running to you. How many of these people that have a lot of money right now are out here saying, you know what, we're going to put $1 billion into a pot and we're going to start helping the American people. We're going to put $1 billion into the pot, whatever. We're going to start building up some, economic like farming or something in the community so that people can have sustainable food or something. There is no solution to help these people. It is literally, oh, you can go to this food bank and this food bank and this food bank or whatever it may be. And that's awesome. But we need these people that we've been putting money into your pockets and you just been happy to take it all. In order for that money to keep flowing, Americans should unite and say, you know what? We ain't buying if you ain't even trying to help the people. I may not need it, but there are a lot of people out there who do. And we're counting on those who have to be able to have something that they do for others. Right? To whom much is given, much is expected. You've been given a lot and you don't expect to do shit for nobody but yourselves. We're talking about Elon Musk becoming a trillionaire just by leveraging his investors and saying, I'm going to leave if you don't give me the money. The fuck is that? I would say, get your ass up out of here. The fuck you talking about make you a billionaire just so a trillionaire. We're gonna give you $800 something million just so you stay here to fucking work? What? I would hire AI to do his job. Fuck you talking about? So that's just such a disconnect. People going through shit in varying levels. Some losing their homes, their farms, their jobs, not knowing what to do on social media, crying or asking for help. And these billionaires out here talking about, I'm trying to become a trillionaire. Oh, I want another yacht. So disconnected. Going to a party with nothing but gold around them. Disconnected. And that's Donald Trump. His toothless like cult is out here starving on news organizations talking about they don't have nothing. Hiding their MAGA hats when they go pick up food. They don't know that we can tell who they are. You see them far away. They don't even realize that they still be wearing like his shirts and shit. Wearing a flag. We can recognize you a mile away. But they hiding out. Don't want nobody to know who they are. Got on some other types of hats. Knowing damn well they don't wear no other hat. I promise you when they left the house, they was trying their damnedest to find a hat that was other than a red hat. Wasn't nothing but hats. They probably got their kids' hat on. Because they had so many of them damn hats that Donald Trump had them buying. And did y'all know some of them hats was like $100 on average? I think they were like $65, $75. Them ugly ass hat ain't nothing but like $3 to buy from China. And that's where he was getting them from. Boy, that's crazy. So anyway, this man came up and said, he did all this stuff for the people, that we are our prices are going down. According to some sources, is another source, I think is a Washington Post, ABC poll, and this one says that Americans This is probably because of the election. You get to see, they know that prices are going up. They're spending more money on groceries. And it says this is what the American people are saying about who's to blame and if prices are going up or down. Turns out that 71% of Americans believe that prices are rising, spending more money on groceries than last year. 71% believe this, Americans. That's high. 59% blame Trump for the rise. Who else you gonna blame? How you gonna blame Democrats for shit? I don't know if you guys got a chance to see this video. I don't put it out, but it was Mehdi Hassan and Charlemagne the God, right? And the conversation was Charlemagne the God, had something to say about the Democrats making a decision to come, to man up, woman up, whatever he said, man up or something like that, and just go ahead and open up the country and get it over with. And Mehdi, I love that guy because I love him, but at the same time, sometimes he's a little too nice and agrees on stuff that he really kind of doesn't agree on. He agrees on it, but it's kind of like a half-ass agree. But he still says it's a half-ass agree, though. I give that. I agree. So he basically said, I agree that they all need to come to the table, but it's the Republicans lead. The Republicans are leading. They got the House, the Senate, the judicial. They got the presidency. They got all. What are Democrats going to do? So it's up to the Republicans to come to the table and negotiate. That's the job. He goes, Charlemagne God, there's 8 Democrats that can come over. I'm like, you're talking about 50 plus Republicans who won't do their job. And you want the Democrats to always be the big girls and boys in the room. And then you have no problems with the Republicans not doing their job, not doing their part. This is where Mehdi Hassan said, I don't agree with you on this because it's like at some point in time, they got to grow up. They're not kids. They got to grow the fuck up. And again, these are the types of people. I can't stand those riding the fence types of mother. I'm telling you, Charlemagne the God was saying like, well, you know that the Democrats, Republicans not going to be able to do that. And I'm like, come here, man. Shut the fuck up. What you talking about? Quit giving them leeway. It's time to tell them to rip off the fucking diaper and grow the fuck up already. We tired of fucking changing your diapers. Be grown or take your dumb ass home. Why the fuck we sitting here playing these games with grown ass people? Charlemagne the God and people like him literally just giving, let's just give up on people because they're just the certain way that they are. We got to be the big boy in the room, big girl in the room. No, you don't. You have to be the responsible one in the room. And when that responsible person sees that your health care is going to skyrocket, they realize you're going to be paying $17,000 more for some people a year on your health care. $16,000 for others. $5,000-$6,000 more for others. People are barely getting the fuck by. You don't hear us, Charlemagne. I don't know how far removed you are from living from paycheck to paycheck, but I think you know because you probably grew up in that. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. Quit thinking about yourself and think about those other people. I know you're trying to say, they need help. I said, no, you got to understand something. Insurance is going to break them. And that's just having it. And if they don't have it, let them get sick. It's going to break them tenfold. Fast. Let them get sick where they got to be in the hospital for 3 days. It's a wrap. 3 days, they're going to owe $300,000 depending on what it is. Just sitting in the damn bed is about a good grand without them doing anything. This is not something you negotiate. Oh, food for healthcare. You don't do that shit. You hold fast and get the people what they need. We can go through this pain to see a brighter day tomorrow. But I'd be damned if you're going to sit here and tell him to negotiate for the food. And then when they get sick, what? He said, well, you can negotiate with the... This is, boy... This is why I look at people who don't think shit through. They just open their mouths up and just want to play bitch on purpose. Why are you going to play bitch on purpose? But you could do this. Quit your whining. We could do this and we can do that and we can help out. Shut the fuck up already. You think that the people that you're not holding responsible to begin with, once you say, okay, I'll come over and we're going to feed the people and I'll agree on the one big beautiful bill. And then you think, Charlemagne the God, that they're going to really come to the table and try and get that health care better? Do you really think that? The people who've taken 10 fucking years to come up with nothing but fucking concepts, how in the fuck do they give you a mic to speak on? You really think they're going to come up and say, oh, okay, we'll agree with you now? No. They can't agree to feed the people. The government literally said, we got a contingency plan. You have to give them the money we have in a contingency plan. That's $5 billion. That has to go out to the people. While you guys negotiate, you got to get the people something to eat. And what happened? Court told him he had to do it. He negated the laws and said, nope, we're not going to do it. We'll give out 50% here or whatever, 30% here, or some crazy number he gave up if they decide to do this, that, and the third. No. You're not negotiating with the people to get their food. You're negotiating with the Democrats. And once the court says you got to give them their food, ask yourself, Charlemagne the God, so how is that working out? You think they're going to negotiate after they get what the fuck they want? I don't ever want you negotiating jack shit for me. And I hope anybody with a sane mind would not want you negotiating jack. That's your negotiation. Give them what they want, and then we'll have a conversation about what I want. Really? You can't add 1 + 1 and come up with 2? You coming up with the square root of 7 or some shit? Boy. Boy, oh boy. It just make no sense. I'm saying, like, why even have this conversation? It just seems like you're just making up shit. I know you got to be smarter than that. People who don't negotiate with you and you give them their way. And he capitulated to the Republicans by saying, you know, the Republicans can't do that. And that's giving them leeway. That's you fall into their hands. They can't do it. They can't rationalize. So let's coddle them and burp them so that they can make billions and millions of dollars. Okay, they feel better now. Fuck you. They should be grown-ass men and women. If they can't handle it, get the fuck out the kitchen. Sitting here capitulating to them, acting like they don't know what the fuck they doing. They grown-ass humans. Can't stand people like that, man. What the fuck is wrong with y'all people? Always thinking that people who don't give a fuck gonna somehow gonna wake up and have a fuck to give. Make sense of that shit. So after we done figured out who was to blame, of course everybody knows we had a post the other day after the win. Donald Trump put out something I told you about, and it was his truth statement right when it happened. And it said, and so it begins. And it was cryptic because nobody knew what he was talking about. But you know, the Republicans have gathered and spoke about this more than once, I believe. But at least, I believe yesterday they spoke. And after they had this conversation or so, Jeff Flake came out with what I believe, and this is it's kind of like a very poor graphic, but I'll read it. He wrote a piece in the Washington Post, Jeff Flake, and This is what I believe he's talking about, and so it begins. Donald Trump is talking about, and so it begins, because the Republican, they have counted on, they just didn't count on it happening this early, like a fight or flight type situation where the people in the GOP party that relied on him because they thought he was going to make them richer or whatever, get them jobs, and all he's done was he's gotten the immigrants out and happy about that, but no jobs are appearing and prices are rising. So it's like the great GOP migration has begun. They see the flight of Republicans. That's why Donald Trump says we need to get together and then put together a message to send out to the people. And the message is what we just saw, to tell people that the prices are going up. And if more people say it, dumbass MAGA will believe it. So he had to get them all on the same page to say what is not true. The Republicans most likely to lead this migration, or anything about Republicans leaving, are those senators not on the ballot in 2026. They have time, insulation, and perhaps a touch of perspective. Having survived the whiplash of past election cycles, they know the public opinion is cyclic, but reputations endure. Most of them entered politics believing the fiscal discipline and internationalism were Republican virtues, not heresies. They want to return the Senate to the deliberative body it once was. So there's going to be this migration of good Republicans, that whatever they are, back to the good Republican ideology of this how can you say, fiscally conservative, the fiscal disciplines that they said that they believe in, and things of that nature. Now, you got to understand something. If you've done any homework, and a lot of MAGA has not, you know this was BS to begin with. There's no such thing as fiscal discipline with them. I want you guys to go and look it up. How often do the Republicans, when they get in office, actually put the country in any kind of like positive? Every Republican, as far as in my lifetime, has fucked up the economy. Not because they had a pandemic, which Donald Trump did and horribly managed, but you had Reagan fuck it up. Everybody's like, oh, he did a great job. No, Reagan fucked up the economy, right? All these tax breaks, and then he had to get raise taxes like on 17 times or some crazy shit, right? So he had all this like back and forth. They love him for some reason. I don't understand it. Plus, for me, he was a racist. I can't stand him or Nixon. But then you got every Republican since then has put America into debt. Donald Trump, the most debt any president in the United States fucking history. Okay? You can combine most of them, if not all of them, and none of them put that much in one fucking term, right? They give him a second term. Mr. $7 trillion debt guy. Almost 8. Put him back into place. You think he ain't gonna double or fucking triple that 8? Look what he did. He came in and threw in tariffs and told these dumbass people that the other countries pay for it. Then he brags about how much money he's taken from the American people. We got so much money from tariffs, we're going to pay down debts and stuff like that. We got 800 billion, million, trillion, gazillion. And I'm like, wow, these MAGA people don't know. He's just telling them that he just took money out of your pocket. He took it out of the billionaires' pocket who are buying the products that you're going to buy for Christmas and Thanksgivings and birthdays and Valentine's Day and all these other fucking days. Every day's a fucking holiday. Go out and buy somebody something days. This corporate bullshit they put your mind on. He's got them paying a crap ton of money for these products. Many of the small to mid-sized people are going out of business because of it, which means jobs are being lost, which means if you realize Donald Trump's not putting out these jobs numbers, but these job numbers are horrific from corporation to corporation to corporation. Oh, everybody's in a fucking deficit. We've lost jobs, not made any for the past 3 months now. lost jobs, not made in, didn't create shit. Donald Trump came out here just yesterday, I believe. He's talking about, and the thing that kills me is how he tried to incorporate people into his fucking delusion. He said something in the audience, he was talking to the guy, he goes, we went to, Japan or whatever it was, and I asked him, what's your name? He said, Toyota. He said, oh, you're rich. And you see how happy he got. Again, I promise you, Donald Trump, I promise you, if Toyota was gay and asked Donald Trump to give him a hand job right there on the camera for $1 billion, Donald Trump would boot both hands and see if he can get $2 billion. I promise you, ain't no shame in the game either. He'd be like, right here. Okay, where the lube at? I guarantee you. Look how he lights up. Just because the guy's name is Toyota. Oh, you got money? Okay, you got a lot of money, don't you? Not like you're a good guy. How's the wife doing? No, went straight to his money, what he got in the bank. And then he said, oh yeah, and you right there, you're the one who introduced me to him. He said he was going to give us $10 billion. He's going to invest $10 billion in America. Remember that? Yeah, remember that? Try to bring the person in on it. The guy, the Toyota guy, not today. Donald Trump has said this more than once. The first time Donald Trump said it, there are people in Japan, Toyota's representative said, we never promised America $10 billion. We don't know where that shit came from. But he's still out here promoting it. As if the dude said it. They said there's no promises of this. Mr. Toyota, no promises of $10 billion coming. Y'all don't know where they come from. But he out here promoting it. Why? Because everybody is going broke, and this fool wants to say, look what we got you. Okay, then break everybody off a check then. You got the $10 billion. Break them off a check. Wait, where's it at? Give them their little stemmies. Everybody was so happy about their stemmies. Give them their stemmies. You got this money. Give it to them. Oh, you ain't got it? I didn't think you did, because you're lying through your fucking teeth. The false ones you got in your mouth, you gummy bastard. But it's just killing me. This man lies every chance he gets. If he's breathing, he's lying. I promise you, this will probably be the first time in history, on his way out, in his deathbed, the last thing he's going to say is a lie. In heaven, ain't even going to heaven. But he probably lie his way, try to get in. It's just insane. This man talking about $1 billion in the $10 billion. Toyota was like, I never said that. We ain't promised that. I don't know where you get that shit from. This dude's crazy. Just lie for no fucking reason. But when he said, and so it begins, Donald Trump, it was cryptic. They had a meeting. A Republican comes out and writes later, talking about the GOP. There's going to be another a migration of GOP people, especially the people who are going to retire or leave and not have another, not run again. They're going to separate, and it's going to make the Republican Party less weak. But these people, make them less strong. But again, they're already weak under John, right? Mike Johnson, because now these people have to think about, they got a shellacking. They got mollywopped. And so they're thinking about, okay, how are we going to win next time? We can't do this. Even Mike Johnson, all them, they're trying to tell you, they're trying to gaslight. Well, and also Steve Scalise, if this was held in what he said some kind of southern state, and we expect us to win. I'm like, dude, they won in multiple southern states. Republican states. They won in Georgia. They won in Mississippi, of all places. Mississippi ain't even red. That shit deep, like maroon. That shit deep red. It's like blood red in Mississippi. They won in Mississippi. So your argument, Steve Scalise, I don't know if one of those bullets is still lodged in some part of your body that's fucking with your brain, but what you said made absolutely no sense. To MAGA, maybe. Yeah, you were speaking to the stupid. I keep thinking they speaking to all of us. They speaking to the dummies, and they got it. They got it. They understood dipshittery, that language we can't understand. We can't decode dipshittery. I try. because I listen to those dumbasses too much. But yeah, Steve Scalise tried to come out and say some shit that he made no sense at all. Talking about if it was in a deep red state, we wouldn't win. Is Mississippi red enough? But what I'm excited about is keep being delusional because your people are falling off. Just like that old dude falling off the bone. Your people falling off. And you just sitting there saying, oh, they're good. I'm like, say what? Your people just fell off and you saying they're good? This again, Donald Trump also said about a week or so ago, I think it was a week or so ago, that the people on like not Wick, but Snap, they're mostly Democrats. Most red states are on Snap, yo. And the majority of people on Snap are in red states. And most of the times, not everybody in red states are Republicans, but it's a high percentage. These people kill me. I've been seeing some talk about, disrespect to people of color. Like I feel happy that you guys are gonna have to get up and work for your food and money like we do. Get on your feet, get a job and quit being lazy. I'm like, you better stop tripping because your mom and grandma, they out there shopping on they ain't even got no babies and shit. They out there on Wick. Cheating the system. So many people out there cheating the system that look like them. It's killing me. And they're like, oh, it's all these people of color. I'm like, nah, bruh. All these people that I've seen so far stealing from stores, and I know there's probably a lot of people of different races and colors, just poor people. But the ones that I've seen have been white. And at the same time, all I've been hearing is these racist white people sit here and tell us that it's the people of color on SNAP and welfare, and they need to, pull themselves up and work for themselves and make some money and all this stuff like that. We shouldn't have to give them stuff. I'm like, Lord. And then telling people what they can and cannot buy. Boy, when I heard that one, I promise you, I would love to somebody to send me who the hell that is and just light their ass up. Because I'm sitting here like, you're going to sit there and tell a family who are working family, mom and dad both work, still can't make ends meet. And I guarantee you they're hard workers at work too. They don't want to lose their job because it's the way they eat. They got to eat. They busting their ass at work. And so you got these hardworking people that barely get paid. There's billionaires that do that, millionaires who just pay people a little bit of nothing. And you're going to say they have to supplement their income by getting SNAP or WIC if they got little kid, stuff of that nature. And you're going to tell them that once the money comes in, not only do they already probably feel bad being on it, you're going to tell them what they can and cannot buy with it. If the store accept WIC, then get your shit. The fuck you going to tell me what I can buy? Ain't no list of what I can and cannot buy. You crazy ass people need to shut the fuck up telling me. They bought for their baby, for the birthday at school, they brought, I think it was, what's it called? Muffins, I believe it was. Cupcakes. Brought cupcakes. And one of these dipshit ass, racist ass white persons, I think it was a male, said some shit about them bringing cupcakes and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shut your ass up before I slap the taste out your mouth. Saying stupid shit like that. These people are out here busting their ass. I get tired of people getting the wrong perception. Again, the minority is what they always try to pick to fuck with everybody. Trans people. There's literally like one trans person on a team, and they're talking about it like it's just taking over the fucking world. And all over the United States, I think it's less than 10. Oh, it's taking over the fucking world. I'm like, shut up. The fuck are you talking about? They always got to find one little wedge issue that people aren't comfortable with and blow it up like it's happening everywhere. And stupid, racist, assholes try and make that the way life is. And I don't want it. I'm going to vote against that. I'm like, it ain't even on the ballot, you dumbass. Nowhere on the ballot is that. You guys are just making shit up just to hate. And why don't you make shit up on love's tip? You know what I'm saying? Love on somebody today. Go love on some stranger. You guys can never fucking focus on love because nobody loves you. Your mom and dad, they can't stand your ass. There's no way they can. If they piped you filled with hate, they have to know the people around you ain't gonna be able to stand you. For the most part, even white people, they're not gonna be able to stand you. So they put you in a little corner of racism. And that's why you pissed, because nobody wants to come and play in your little playground of hate. So you gotta go find other little dipshits with like 4 teeth and half an education of a 5th grader to hang out with so y'all can feel strong. And Donald Trump gives y'all that because y'all know this man is the same as you. Donald Trump don't have no teeth either. He bought them. You feel me? He doesn't have that many brain cells. He bought that too. He bribed people his entire life to get ahead. If he had to rely on his own intellect, he'd be broke. He's your hero to be stupid and famous. To have money, but you don't have it because your dad didn't rob the American citizens during the era in which houses and home and apartments were being built. It's just wake up. You get into relationships with people who abuse you. It's really sad that the only people that you can find are people who abuse you to like you. That's sad. That's really sad. You can come over to people who can really care about you and your life. These black and brown, good white people, Asian people who just want the American dream, they would like you, but your hate is more stronger than your intellect and your love of self. So you got to find a little dark cloud of other racist and xenophobic people so you can feel important. Do what you got to do, I guess. But that is that. So it begins. They're worried about losing. Donald Trump has lost more than he's won. And we all gonna go through that. But they make it seem like Donald Trump was like some kind of guru of winning. He hasn't. He's lost everything. His cases he's lost, but somehow he got the election, and therefore he can't be charged. If he don't die as a president by just old age, and he gets out of there, oh, he best go to jail. They may be searching for him to go to jail in a heartbeat. Oh, I forgot to say this, and I've been wanting to say this for a long time. Democrats, as soon as you get into office, we give you that power back. I don't know how you got to go about it. I don't know if you can go about it, but make a law that the president is no longer immune and can be arrested. Make that shit. No one is above the law. That would be zero. So that, on my mind, is on the list of Dems to do. For me. I don't know about everybody else, but for me. Hopefully Americans want it too. I want to see. I don't care, Republican, independent. I don't care what you are. You should be held to the same responsibilities, paying for them just like anybody else. Because if you don't, then you'll do shit that's illegal on purpose. You'll stretch the limits. We all understand if a president is in a situation, and there are laws built for this, where we go to war, they don't have time to go to the House and Senate for some situations to react immediately. I get that. But we had 9/11 and George Bush, even though they lied through their fucking teeth with this weapons of mass destruction shit, the WMDs, they went to Congress and got the permission to do it. And I didn't like George Bush at all, but at least he did that. Donald Trump doing shit, blowing people up in other countries, like 67 people dead, ain't seeing their families no more. And we don't know what the hell was on those boats. And where's the 2 people who survived? Where they at? I know they let them go somewhere else, but why ain't they a news person and caught up with them and like, what the hell were y'all doing? Something. Shit's just gone. I don't trust it. I'll never trust Donald Trump. Anything he says. Now, we had a situation where we were talking about where Donald Trump was talking about everything's cheaper. He put out a truth post about it, kind of explaining it. He'll put out a post tweet type of thing, truth. He'll put out one, and then after that he'll put out another one to kind of confirm it. Then he'll put up another one to try to confirm that, and he just does this barrage of actual messaging to get people riled up in the news to talk about it, and then get it out there to Fox so they can put it propaganda out to the people. This is one that he put up, and when I tell you guys, Donald Trump is not like even the sharpest pencil or the sharpest tool in the tool shed. You know what I'm saying? He ain't nowhere near none of that. Nowhere near none of that. It's amazing the dude really breathes on his own. You hear some of the shit he says and be like, who would say that? I thought you was like graduated from some kind of elite school. You know, he paid for it. That's what his niece said. Mary Trump. She exposed it. She said his sister exposed him too. But this is what Donald Trump said to kind of validate what he said prior. Basically, prices are going down. And this is because of Walmart. But you'll see. This man said, 2025 Thanksgiving dinner under Trump is 25% lower than 2024 Thanksgiving dinner under Biden. According to Walmart, my costs are lower than the Democrats on everything, especially oil and gas. So the Democrats' affordability issue is dead. Stop lying. It's dipshit Tourette's. It's boy. And here's the thing. They ain't gonna read it. I mean, here's a test for MAGA. It's a test for MAGA. This is how smart we are compared to what you are. You would have looked at that and be like, look, Donald Trump, 25% less. Then I bet you a bunch of them on Twitter with this post right now saying 25% less, blah, 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 blah. And we say, okay, all right. How do we figure out if this is real? So for me, I look at it. This is helping. I know you guys are like, dude, this is we don't need this. We know this. We're smarter than this, Drew. I understand. Just in case a MAGA pops up. When we see something like this, we say, what are the key words? 2024, 2025, Walmart, Thanksgiving dinner. 25% less. So with a brain cells, I would say Walmart must have this information public for Donald Trump to be saying it because his people somehow got it, or Walmart leaders called him and told him they had it. I don't know how it goes about it in his world. So all I have to do is look up Walmart, look up their Thanksgiving dinner, look up 2024, look up 2025, and see if it's less. And then go into the details. Why is it less? Is it less because the exact same prices are lower? Is it less because there's less items on the menu? Is it less because of what? That's how we kind of go toward facts. So what I did was I looked it up and I realized that this year, 2025, is less than last year. Oh, that's where they would have stopped at. Oh, it's less. See, he was right. And they would have kept going. Don't you stop. Don't stop, because we want to go to equivalence. What's the difference? In 2024, this is their Thanksgiving dinner. The frozen turkey was anywhere between 10 to 16 pounds. It was 88 cents a pound. This year, there's no range. You all get a 13.5 pound turkey. That turkey is 97 cents a pound. Oh, it's cheaper because you're giving me 13.5 as opposed to 16. But that doesn't matter, because regardless of what the poundage is, it's 88 cents a pound in 2024. It is literally almost 10 cents more, 9 cents more per pound this year. That's not cheaper. Okay? Then they go into dinner rolls, same. They got the Great Value, which is, Walmart's value. Corn, same. 3 cans, same. 12 count of the but wait a minute, the rolls, they're separate. Before they had dinner rolls was a 12 count. That's now. And last time they had these sweet Hawaiian rolls. So you got these basic rolls this year. You had those sweet Hawaiian rolls last year. And when they say 12 ounces, more than likely that was something that you either could cook or whatever, as opposed to being just already done. So you might be able to heat that up. But anyway, cheaper product of that particular item, right? Last year, they had the Ocean Spray, cranberry sauce. This year, they gave nothing, right? It says, but they gave nothing. They gave replaced it with fresh cranberries as opposed to cranberry sauce. That's healthier, I ain't gonna lie. But it's absolutely cheaper. That's why. All right. They gave you green beans last year, 2 cans. Right? And then this year, they gave you 3 cans. They upped it a can. That's nice. You got crispy fried onions, and it's a generic brand. And there's a difference between the two brands. So it's going to be like a cheaper process. They got the Campbell's cream of soup. That has 2 cans. This year they gave them 1 can. Gravy mix, same thing. Well, last year they gave them Marie Callender Southern Pecan Pie, or pecan, what do you want to call it. This year you get no pie. Absolutely none. Last year they gave them whipped cream. 0 whipped cream for this. Frozen deep dish pie crust last year. You get this great value pie crust. For what? They didn't give you nothing to put in the pie. Oh, then again, I guess it's pumpkin pie what they're making. So then you get the great value pumpkin mix, whatever. You get the evaporated milk. And then from then on, they gave you marshmallows last year. None this year. The Jiffy corn mix, the sweet corn mix. They gave you 2 last year. You get 0 this year. The seasoning for the meat, gave it to you last year. You get zip. You're gonna have to use your Obey at the crib, right? Swanson chicken broth. They had a 32-ounce chicken broth. You get 0 ounces this year. Potatoes, you get those russet potatoes. Same. Sweet potatoes, they had 3 of them last year. You get zip this year. Fresh yellow onions, they gave you 3 pounds of onions last year. This year you get 0. The celery stalks, had them last year. You get 0 this year. Great value baby carrots in 2024. You didn't have that last year. They included that this year. It's new. They gave you baby carrots, 2 pounds of that. Fresh cranberries, didn't have it last year. They gave it to you this year, which you kind of told. Mac and cheese, they didn't give that to you last year. They gave you 3 boxes of the generic mac and cheese this year. And the stovetop stuffing, which most of us don't eat that shit anyway, my bad. But I'm saying, it's just what it is. They gave it to you this year, twin pack. Last year, they didn't give it to you. When you break it down, last year, they gave you 29 items. This year, they gave you 15. Donald Trump tried to tell you guys, and so did Walmart, try to gaslight you and say, oh, it's less this year. Look, you get a whole dinner to feed 4 people. And this is how they tricked everybody, even Donald Trump's dumbass, and said, we have a meal similar. This is what they said about 2025. We have a meal similar, not the exact same, but similar to last year that's cheaper. And you're like, oh, wow. If that feeds 4 people, 4 families, 4 people in a family. You're like, oh, okay, 4 people. Same as last year, cheaper. You did a good deal. Nope. You got half the items. Half the items. And many of them are good products, or I want to say good products, but name brand products. Most of the new ones are their own products. This GV brand or whatever the heck it is. Great value, that's what it is. It's their product. So they're giving you these generic shits and saying, look, they're the same. And they're giving you half of them. And the prices are like $15 difference. I think it's like 40 and one's $55 or something like that. $15 difference. I don't care about the meal and shit like that. But 15, 30, that ain't that 15, 29, that I don't care. But stop the lying. I mean, if you're gonna go mano y mano, give them the same thing and lower the prices. Then you can say the prices are lower. These prices are not lower. These prices are actually higher. You are giving people generic products when you were giving them name brand before, and you're trying to match it. I get what you're trying to do. If you're trying to help families, cool, but quit lying about it. Tell the truth. Things cost more now, and the name brands we have to give you, that's going to cost more money. So we're going to try and keep the same feel for a cheaper price. I respect that. Because then I can plan, oh, they're probably ain't going to have no dessert. I get that. They probably ain't going to have this. I'll get that. No, I had it last year. I'm coming back for the same thing this year. And most of the shit that I probably liked is gone. Got me to the store to tell me the shit's gone. Man, somebody getting cussed the hell out. Somebody, manager, next door neighbor, somebody getting cussed out. I'm going all the way to the store and it ain't got the shit that you told me it's going to be there. And so that's what Donald Trump is talking about. And Walmart lying through their teeth that you can feed a family of 4 with half the shit. How? You giving them half the shit. I think it fed 10 people. Aldi's had something too. Aldi was at a really low price one too. I saw that. When I was doing research, I saw Aldi, but I skipped over it because I was talking about this thing of Donald Trump lying to his people about this shit going down. It did not go down. It went up. Even per pound, it went up 9 cents per pound. So Donald Trump's out here just gaslighting his people, telling them lies. Yeah, that's going down. No, it's not, bro. It's not. It really isn't. It really isn't. So they ended up having to, I guess the newspapers caught up with some of the representatives of Walmart. And instead of going on their site to look at it, I guess they called him in the newspaper. I think newspaper it was. I'm not going to show it, but the New Republic, I guess, interviewed somebody from Walmart. I called them, and that's how they found out that, hey, we only got half the items on there. So yeah, it's cheaper, but half the items. No dessert. No dessert for you. And why can't you just be honest about that? I mean, it's nice you're going to make a meal for people, but be honest about it. The turkey's going to be smaller. You're not going to have desserts. Just be honest. People still need it. But getting their hopes up so they get through the door, it's like a car salesman and shit. I got one down here for you. Come and see it. And it's got rolled down windows in 2025. Who the fuck going to buy that car? Oh. Anyway, my little rant on that bullshit. You heard Nancy Pelosi? She done put her little retirement papers in. She's like, I'm out, bitch. Because she already rich, bitch. She already rich. She ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? At her age and her husband's age, I'm like, man, y'all better set off in the sunset. We done had enough of it already. But set off in the sunset and enjoy your life and all your misdeeds from what they think you did. You ain't in jail or nothing like that, but all that trading you did. But good job. I ain't gonna try and diss on your thing. You did a good job up until the end there. I wasn't too happy about what happened at the end. But up until then, you were doing your job. Kudos. You put your, I believe, 40 years in. And she's not gone yet. She's gonna finish out the term she has now, and then she's not running again. I don't know when that ends, to be honest. I didn't look it up. She's retiring. Yeah, she's retiring. She's not leaving right now. She's waiting until her time ends. she's corrupt as fuck. Yeah, I wasn't going there. Like I said, there are things that they say she's done. And I'm like, she ain't in jail yet. But I didn't see him personally, but I get the point. My beef with her is the shit she did with Kamala Harris and the shit she did with Joe Biden. And she pissed me off on that. You know, she lost a lot of the respect I did have for her. She lost a lot about that. All the investing and shit like that, all of them are doing it. So I'm gonna be pissed off at all of them because they're all doing that shit to some degree. But they've set themselves up to be able to do it. I think it's shady as hell. But I don't think anybody's gonna get caught or go to any kind of ethics trial or anything. They ain't gonna go through nothing. It's just gonna be it is what it is. But yeah. But yeah, so she's retiring. This right here, you guys, I got. Remember when I talk about it once in a while, like how like not smart Donald Trump is. I mean, just the total opposite of intellect. You guys remember, I told you about before when he said, I want another thing called groceries. It's called groceries. You know, like bacon and eggs and things of that nature. It's a wonderful little word, groceries. This shit made me laugh so hard. This fool was like, I want no groceries. And he made it seem like he just found out that the word groceries existed. Now, guess what? He got another one that he thinks the Democrats just made up. It's like a newfangled word. It's a new thing. You're going to trip when you hear this man say a word that we've all said in our lifetime more than once. He just discovered at 78. '79, I think.
I went on groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries. Like almost, who uses the word? I started using the word. The groceries, when you buy apples, when you buy bacon, when you buy eggs.
This fool said, who uses the word groceries? When you buy eggs and apples, who uses the word groceries? Oh, shit. Y'all know this man, as a child, wore a helmet. You know that. You know this by now. He wore a helmet and a chin strap till he's about 35. I promise you. Probably wore it in the house, but helmet and chin strap was in his life. Short buses, all that. That was his thing. I mean, he thought it was a limousine. Because I can't believe this grown-ass man said, I want on groceries. Who uses the word groceries? Who doesn't use the word groceries? Kids use the word groceries. They got toys where kids go buy groceries. They got video games where you have to actually get the groceries in and put them on a table and order them and cook the food. Who uses the word cook? Jesus. Oh, man, groceries. This man act like he discovered this word, and he won because the people were amazed that he knew the word groceries. You tell me this idiot literally graduated from a college, an esteemed college, and passed any class. Tell me now. You think this dude couldn't pass English, 4th grade, and you telling me he went to college and learned something? Shit. There's no way in hell. He just discovered groceries at like 76, 70, no, 77, 78. He's 79 now, so he was 78. Just discovered groceries. Whew. And then there's another word he just discovered.
they would double and triple the price over a short period of time. It's no good if we do a great job and you don't talk about it. And I don't think they talk about it enough. You know, they have this new word called affordability. And
He said, they have this new word. It's called, hold on, affordability. It's a new word. Like new, not new word. Affordability. New.
they don't talk about it enough. The Democrats did. And the Democrats make it up because we took over a mess.
The Democrats make it up. It's made up affordability. He thought he came up with groceries. See? And now Democrats made this word up, affordability, and they quit whining. You literally don't know what the fuck the affordability is all about, and them using it like to be able to afford something. Affordability. Jesus Christ. This, a grown ass 79-year-old man has just discovered that affordability is a thing. And he's whining about the fact that Democrats are finally understanding. Thank you, Democrats. And don't use this as some kind of little tool to play games with. Stay on the real tip. Give a fuck about people and their affordability. Can they afford to live? Can the rent be lowered? Can houses be cheapened somehow? Building more of them so that and affordable ones. I mean, this is what people want to sustain a society. As us older people fade into the sunset, our younger ones have got to have something. They can't just be sitting here just getting our old shit. They got to be able. Our kids don't always want to live in our homes. They may want to move to Tokyo or move to some other part of the United States and have something. We got to leave them something. How can we leave them something when you're making everybody broke? They fired 1 million people plus, yo. Many of these people still have not found a job because our jobs, they're not hiring. We have lost jobs. There is a loss, not a gain. And he will not show us the numbers of what we've lost. These businesses are putting out their numbers, and they're talking about hundreds of thousands of jobs gone. They're not hiring. How are these people going to feed themselves? How are these people going to buy Christmas gifts for their kids or Hanukkah or whatever, you celebrate, birthday gifts? How are they going to do this shit? Using their savings, of course, and that was built for them to retire off of. These people play with people's money like it's like a game. This is not Connect Four. This is real life. And I blame it all on the Republicans. Because you got to think about it. You got to eat and you need health care. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If I'm going to somehow subsidize one of those two things, meaning go out and get an extra gig or go out and drive an Uber or deliver food or whatever it may be, I can go out there and work an extra 4, 6, 8 hour, 10 hours or whatever it may be and be able to afford some food. I'm not going to be able to do that and afford health care. So I'd rather keep health care and the food thing kind of going and let Americans fight each other, not fight each other, but fight for each other in donations and feeding the poor, the homeless, the people who are on WIC and others on SNAP Americans need to just, buckle up and help. But healthcare is a lot to ask. Food is not. So keep the healthcare. We got to work around how to get the people some food. I think we as a people come together. This is another like 9/11, but we got our own government causing the 9/11. It's time for Americans to come together and form some type of way to feed our people. It's a we thing, not a me thing. Individually, you see somebody hungry, help them if you got it. You know, that's the way I see we got to do it. This should be bringing us together, not pulling us apart. We're going to see a lot of these people who voted for him go hungry. And I don't like to see anybody go hungry if I can't stand you. If I got it, you got it. But you best understand, if somebody's going to help you that's not a MAGA, feed your family and be out there on the line offering you cans of soup and bananas and shit, you better pay attention to the people who gave a fuck about you instead of running back to that hate train once you got your belly full. That's right, learning to love myself. Donate to your local food shelters. Donate some time. Me and my daughter's going to donate some time. She hasn't got back to me which one she's going to do that I'm going to go to. But once she do, we're going to start, feeding people as well. Derek Ross, I hear you, bro. I hear you very much. So, that's, I don't see how a grown man literally just found out affordability. Old grown man. One more thing I want to talk about is one of the people in my she comes in here every once in a while, but in my TikTok sent me a text about Donald Trump and something that happened today. Now I didn't know where it came from, and her source was from MSNBC, so I was looking throughout social media to find it, and you guys may have already seen it, but I ended up finding it, and I didn't get the video part of it, but you can go check out the video part of it. But I want you to see a picture that says 1,000. It's 1,000 words that you would come up with this picture. And to be honest, prior to this picture being taken, he kept looking at this individual, but never took a step toward any kind of aid. But looked at him, then turned around and this shot was taken. He looked at he looking at the dude, like this dude behind him at some press conference they was having, and they were talking about some kind of weight loss drug. One of the doctors was there. Who was the doctor that had the TV show? Was it Dr. Drew? I don't know who he's got. One of his TV doctors, and it's some kind of health drug that this dude was taking, whatever, help him lose weight or whatever. And they was talking about something stupid. They said something about 300 and something billion pounds. It was just that Americans had lost or some shit. And it was a ludicrous number. Why was it ludicrous? Because there's 300 and something, 330 or something like that, million Americans. Dr. Oz, thank you. Thank you, Rudy and Planet Janet. 300 something million Americans on the planet. Every last one of us would have to have lost around 297 pounds each. The numbers, man. They don't think nobody in their group has a brain. I mean, all you got to do is add up how many Americans in the world, in the United States, right? And then put the amount of pounds that he said and shit, you know what I'm saying? And find out what is the average weight that a person, if they lost this amount of pounds, how many pounds would that be? How many people would that be? And out of 300 million, whatever, you divide that. Oh, each one of us had to have lost 307 pounds. A baby ain't 300 pounds. I ain't 300 pounds. It's crazy, y'all. I cannot. No, hey, hold on. It's just strange. It's just strange. I mean, they're devoid of like logic and facts, and they're doctors and president now, and you're like, what the fuck? How on earth? How on earth can you say that and expect Americans to be like, yeah, he's right, and never check it? My question to you is, where did you get your information from? I'm gonna tell you. Look, every time I bring you guys a fact, and I would hope that other people do this, or maybe even more. I double, triple check it. If it's a statistic or a number like they just said, I would have easily divided that by how many people and been like, whoever gave me that stat, that shit wrong. How can each American had to lose 200 or 300 something pounds in order for that what you just said to be true? Just like Pam Bondi. Like I said, they're surrounded by idiots. Like Pam Bondi said, and changed it up every time she had a press conference talking about it. She said, we found 300 million, I guess, fentanyl pills or whatever, however fentanyl comes in. I don't know if it comes in a pill form or liquid form, whatever it is. We found 300 million, whatever, single pills, whatever, these things. We've saved 300 something million lives. I'm like, does she know that 10,000 people roughly die a year from fentanyl poison? 10,000. And she thinks that she saved 300 million. You know, it's only like 335 million in America. So 35 million of us have not taken fentanyl as a recreational drug. But 300 million of us have, according to Pam Bondi. And then she came out another press conference talking about, yeah, we saved 600 million or some shit. I'm like, bitch, that's twice as much as many people in the damn United States. Jesus Christ. Where is this woman getting these numbers from? And those weren't the exact numbers, but her numbers were just like way, way off. You're like, dude, there's no way. Nobody whispered to her and like, shh, dye your hair brown. Maybe some brain cells will grow because that blonde shit ain't working for you. It ain't working for you. I'm telling you, it ain't happening. That's too much. Dial it back down a little bit. Shave off some numbers. Make it seem real. If you make it look like you did your homework, even if you didn't. Find out how many people died of fentanyl and then say we've saved those many lives and not too many people can die. We save at least 10,000 lives. We're trying. But yet, save a life. And it'd be like, well, we saved a life from it. You can't justify them. These pills come over here. Fentanyl is used for everything. Doctors use it. I've had fentanyl at my hospital to have a minor surgery, some little fentanyl mix. The drug that killed Michael Jackson, propofol, whatever how you say it. That shit. I've had it multiple times in the hospital. Back surgery and gallbladder surgery. Had it. So what you're saying, it doesn't mean people are going to die from it. Not at all. Those are overdoses. But I can understand. We found 300 million. We got them off the streets. Stop there. Got them off the streets. Congrats. Woo, that's a lot. Woo. We can focus on that. But then when you take it to the fucking ridiculous, only those dipshits that love you will actually get that. The rest of us will be like, wait a minute, that shit don't carry the one divided by that shit. Nah, trick, that ain't working. Nope, don't work. Math ain't mathing. And then we don't trust the damn thing you say. I don't understand how they still in office. All of them should be fired. Should be just one fell swoop. I can't wait till we get the Democrats back in. And I promise, I don't know what they're gonna do. I promise you what I want. You to clean the place. Get rid of get a disinfectant, just spray them. Get roach spray, black. Spray their feet. Watch them run away. Seeping through her follicles, right, Texas Diva? Driving me nuts. Driving me nuts, dude. I'm like, how did y'all get a job? You guys are not worthy of this position. You're just not. I mean, and there's so many good people that know how to do these jobs. But Donald Trump wants to be surrounded by people just as dumb as he is. So therefore, he looks like he's smart when he hired dipshits like that. Kash Patel out here tripping, telling, this person, Christopher Wray shouldn't be on a jet, blah, 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 blah. And this fool going to visit his girlfriend on a jet. Our tax dollar. Said it cost $15,000 just to launch. If we paid $15,000 so this fool can go see his girlfriend at a concert, perform. And $15,000 back, $30,000. So this man can go see his girlfriend sing. When he rich and could take his own fucking private plane for less than that. Took the American plane so he can flex on her. Look what I'm driving. Look what I'm flying. When are we going to get people in office that give a fuck about the people? I get tired of these money grabbing, these nasty grub eating pieces of shit that's out here just trying to take advantage of everybody instead of just focusing on the people. Focus on the people and you'll get way beyond what you ever thought you ever deserved. They'll love on you just as much as you love on them. But they have not learned this. They don't care about this. They want you to give them access to all this wealth and power while they step on you and kiss the ass of those who have and say, fuck around and say, forget those who are the have-nots. That's why we got to reform this whole thing. Put people in that talk about a good game about what they're going to do. And not only talk about it, I've always said this too. I don't want to hear your bullet points. I want to hear your solutions. That's one thing that most of these politicians were doing. And Mamdani, he didn't have just bullet points. Kamala didn't have just bullet points. They didn't just say, I'm going to bring down prices or something like that. No, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. And this is where the money's going to come from. And this is how we're going to do it. Kamala Harris was talking about getting rid of the price gouging, building more homes, $50,000 for starting your own business, not a loan and an investment. It's yours. Start a business, create jobs, incentive, just like a subsidy that businesses get, and you don't have to pay it back. $25,000 to improve people trying to get in homes. Your kids can get a home, and they can just put $25,000 more what they already have on a down payment. Get them into a home, start paying taxes, things of that nature. Put money back into the economy, growing the economy. She had a definite plan, not bullet points, plans. Donald Trump had bullet points and concepts. And every time, I promise you, every time they was on TV talking, and I would hear one of these MSNBC anchors, reporters, and CNN, all of them asked the Kamala Harris, but do you have plans though? And she's sitting there telling the plans to him right there. $50,000, $25,000, blah, 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 blah. But do you have plans though? I wanted to smack the taste out of most of them. I was like, what? Well, she just put it out there. I'm like, what does Donald Trump have? He literally says, I'm going to bring prices down tomorrow. I can do it. Only me. And y'all would just leave that shit. Just hovering around. But how though? It took it to this last time that he was running for president. I think it was Kristen, I think it was. The lady that's doing 60 Minutes or something like that. Or it was 60 Minutes one show or another. She's the one who said to him near the end during the debate, do you have a plan? You've had 9 years. I got concepts. She's the one who put him to the test. That task of telling the truth of how it works. He told the truth. I don't have a plan. Ain't trying to get no plan, but I got concepts. after 10 years. And here's the thing, and I've never, and I like I yelled at the screen about that. And the other thing, when people talk about, and this is something I'm pissed off with all of them, Van Jones, all these, and not just black, but just saying all these Democrats who give leeway whenever Democrats are on a panel, whatever. They're like, we want to get to the fiscal conservative. We want to get back to being fiscally conservative in the Federalist Papers and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, they just let that shit ride. I wish a Republican would talk to me about being a fiscally conservative. I'd be like, hold up, time out. When were you fiscally conservative? You've run up more debt than any Democrat ever has, and you never have a way to pay it off. You always say you do have a way, but you never create a plan to pay it, to do it. You love your trickle down, but your trickle down never trickles down. It always stays up there with you guys. You never create the jobs you say you're going to create. And you get rid of regulations that don't force you to create the job. So therefore, you buy back stocks, making everybody else's stocks diluted, and then you send the rest of the money overseas, not paying enough tax on it, and then our country starves of taxes, and they start raising them on the people who barely have anything, and your rate is lower than ours. So tell me, when the fuck are you doing something for this country? I don't know when that's going to happen. All the stuff that the Americans do, these rich people are not being held accountable to do any of that shit. And we're stuck with the fucking bill every fucking time. Average Joe. Our taxes go up via tariffs, via whatever it may be, and we back to square one. Everybody fighting. And then when shit hits the fan, they're not helping anybody. So I'm looking at Democrats and I'm saying to y'all, don't play with us. Don't play this like you did before and start just using a bunch of words that you want us to hear. No, give a damn about the people. Listen to the people, what they need, and fight for that. Disconnect yourself from these billionaires, this AIPAC shit. Because if you don't, we're going to disconnect you from access to it. Without any power, AIPAC don't want shit to do with you. And if people, American citizens, realize that we are the people, not those me's over there focusing on nobody but themselves, we are. And if we came together, we can get what we need in this country. It's designed for the people to help the people. Stop being jealous of that particular group getting something and this particular group getting something. We figure out what we need individually, what neighborhood, whatever they need, and we should be able to provide that. Not the same thing each particular city and state needs. One state may already have a bridge. Another state poorly needs one or needs one badly. And we should be able to put money into that to be able, our tax dollars should go help them. What we shouldn't be doing is putting money into like armored Teslas and shit. Giving these people all this money to just go out and just do stupid shit. I don't mind exploring and doing new stuff and satellites and rockets, ships and all that. That's fine. But budget that shit. Don't be giving them $2 trillion and then telling everybody over here that we ain't got enough to eat. That's bullshit. We know we do. We just don't have to prioritize. America got rid of the NASA program and made it private and privatized it. Started giving private businesses all that money. And when it becomes a private business, they don't have to do with it what they say they're going to do with it. They can go out and buy yachts with it if they want to. In the government, they had to be responsible for it. Every time you privatize these mega, like, budgeted billion-dollar, trillion-dollar industries, you're giving just regular as American citizens a crap ton of money and a crap ton of power with no responsibilities to the people because they're not regulated. They don't even have to build a damn rocket if they don't want to. They can attempt it and just take money every year. And then you got people who are on the streets out here, small businesses, hiring people, and you won't give them nothing but a loan that they got to pay back. And if they don't pay it back, you want to take their business. But the billionaire, he don't pay you back, you're trying to figure out how much more money you can give him the next year. That's our money. And the Democrats, y'all need to focus on our money. If our people are hurting, fuck giving it to the billionaires. Get your people back in order. And when we have excess, then the billionaires can get some. Otherwise, they already privatized. Get their money from VCs. Get their money out of their own fucking pocket. Getting tired of putting money in their pocket, then them selling us products that's so fucking expensive. But we're the ones who helped you build, research, and develop. It's called R&D. We gave you the money to R&D that through our government taxes and shit like that. And then you turn around and sell us the products that we helped you build that we have no ownership in. And you become billionaires, almost trillionaires off our backs while telling us if we accept welfare, which that is what that is, there's something wrong with these people taking welfare. They can't buy, muffins and all this shit because you think that it's something. Get yourself up, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Well, billionaires, you got enough money. Elon Musk, he's almost a trillionaire now. We should have a clause, America, our government, Democrats. If somebody becomes a trillionaire in this country, you need to cut them off from lending them a fucking thing. He can fund it himself. Don't need to fund shit for him. If he wants to work with America, fund it. Sell it to us. No funding it, then I'll sell it. We fund it and he sell it to us. No, you build it. You take the $1 trillion investment. If it doesn't work out, you lose. Don't let Americans lose out because your piece of shit didn't work. They should be funding it, not us. That's my rant on that shit. That's my rant on that. They need to pay for that. They got $1 trillion. Why are we giving them $300-400 million to build another fucking rocket? For what? So that he can benefit once he figures it out and it works and everything like that. Now everybody's gonna be paying $100,000 to take a ride on it that have that type of money. And here it is. And then 10, 15 years down the road, 20 years down the road, they get the prices down to $600 a pop, and you can throw 700 people in this big ass spaceship. They're gonna be making money hand over fist. Who invested in them? We did. What did we get out of it? The chance to pay them $600 or $700 to go up in the air and bring our ass back down. One big ass glorified amusement park ride. When you could be solving poverty. Give a fuck about a damn spaceship. That's the way I feel about it. But anyway, I appreciate y'all as always. You know how to support your boy and what I do. Keep looking out for Avid Solutionist. I'm building more of it tonight. Every night I'm putting more effort into it, trying to get it out. Not to go too fast because I don't want it to be trash. that kind of rhyme. Wasn't trying to do that, but that's what I'm doing. So it can you can see this whole process be put together. But Avid Solutionist on TikTok. I need to get it up to 1,000 so that I can go live on launch day. So I'm gonna do a whole thing, I guess, on TikTok as well to get people to get on there. On YouTube, it'll be a channel as well. Working on possibly having a Discord for that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really a Discord person, so I'm trying to just go where my strengths are at. And I like to talk to people personally and people I want to meet in person as well. So I'll be doing things like that, working on it, but you'll see Avid Solutions coming out, and it's all about solving problems. This one, I bitch and rant about the problems. The other one, I'm going to solve problems and get other people who want to solve problems and connect with like minds of people who see an issue and you're blessed with a way to solve it. You know what I mean? You got an idea, and even if it doesn't work, so I want to be able to foster this community where everybody tries to solve something, either a big world problem or a day-to-day problem. I think it's time that we stop traveling this world like by ourselves. It's a we thing. So if you have a problem with something and I've been through it before, Why can't I offer that solution that you can take or not take? It's up to you. It may work for you, it may not. I may not have been the person that was supposed to send you the message, but somebody else may. And if we foster that type of community, we start building that type of thing to be normal and not something that's just like, wow, there's a show or there's something like that. It becomes normal. One of the things I realize is that what we focus on, often we become. If we focus on negative, we'll become negative. We focus on positive, we become positive. It's okay to visit that negative world because that is what's going to give you the absolute solution, right? You can see every angle of the problem, and therefore you can also figure out solutions to get out. It may take you 5 solutions to get to that conclusion. It may take you 10, but it might just take you 1. But don't give up. Let's get to the solution. And I saw like systems, like trying to get rid of poverty, and people think, oh, I can't. Like I said, try some shit. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Don't stop trying because you talk yourself out of it. In any aspect of life, we often talk ourselves out of our successes. This person ain't gonna like it. That person ain't gonna like it. This sounds stupid. But if it's in your heart and you want to do it, so what if it sounds stupid? I'm sure the theory of relativity sounded stupid to some people. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Isaac Newton was talking about gravity. At his time, I'm pretty sure, what, gravel? What the hell is this man talking about? Shit falls in the ground. I'm sure people thought these people were weird as fuck. And they probably was like, what's that got to do with the cost of whatever back then? Ale and corn and wheat. What's that got to do with it? And he's sitting under a tree just sitting there, whatever it may be. Everybody may sound stupid until your genius actually takes root and starts to grow and become something that you probably never knew it could be. There's a reason why it comes into your brain, because you're the one who's supposed to master it. It's not always handing it over to somebody else who may have the money. You're the one who has the passion. You're the one that it was given to. You're the one that's supposed to actually water it and feed it. So we're going to start doing those types of things. And I want it to be fun. So we're going to be doing all kind of the gamey stuff too. And I may be giving away gifts and things of that nature. Maybe giving away a watch. I'm just trying my best to figure out ways to solve problems from big or small. Because when you solve people's problems and even your own, there's a certain type of joy and happiness that comes over you. I don't know how many times you guys in your life this happens to me, but whenever you watch, let's say like these competition shows, the ones where people are singing, and you see that person go out there about to sing, and you're like, nope, they about to fuck up. Nah, and they look crazy or whatever it may be. You're like, nah, they ain't got it. And then when they blow, and you're like, oh, and you get those goosebumps, like I can't believe it, right? That type of shit happens to you when you solve people's problems and you see somebody in pain and you have a solution for it, and it works. It's an amazing feeling, and that's the way I'm riding this thing out, is being able to help people as well as get it. I got 2 sides to me. I cuss your ass out and I can love on you at the same time. I just make sure you don't lie to me. That's when you get to cuss out. But anyway, so we have fun with this. What does this say? Thank you for Terror Scorn. I appreciate the donation. We're going to be doing that coming up soon. Hopefully beginning of the year. It's going to be an educational ride. I feel like it's going to be somewhat like, for kids or whatever, it's going to be in the field, is going to be somewhat like Reading Rainbow, learning about stuff. And then on the other end, for adults, it's going to be just fun and amusement, family situation where you guys can get together and solve just simple problems. Even games I'm thinking about coming up with, so families can get together and just learn just problem solving skills. Because I find even some kids, my kids' age and others, they just don't know how to solve problems. And I blame it on the way we were taught, a lot of us. Our school never really taught us to solve problems. They taught us how to answer test scores, how to try and get a test score right, but not necessarily how to solve it. Not unless you took like science class, but that was very gimmicky. But day-to-day life, once you get out of school, how do you survive? How do you solve problems? and I want to offer that, and hopefully you guys do the same. There are people who have problem with financial literacy. We want people in there who know about financial literacy. They can help people with simple problems. And also, if you need to go into depth with them, you can hire them to help you with finances, CPA, writing a program, building websites, counseling if you're a counselor. But they know that you have a good heart because you're a part of Avid Solutionists, and your main goal is to solve their problem or to help them. And having that type of resource is a beautiful thing. So that's what we're going to try and build, that type of community. Hopefully, everything works out, but we'll keep working on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you guys to have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow around the same time. What is today? Thursday? Yeah, Friday. And people who like old school music, I'll be on TikTok tomorrow night around 7:30 somewhere. When we get finished with the show, I go over there and I DJ old school music. Anything that from so many different artists that we go through, from Luther Vandross to Frank Sinatra. We cover it all. They bring 2 songs that they like. I play my list, I play their list, and then I close it out. So I kind of like on social media, kind of give you a little bit about all of me. I like to solve problems. I like to cuss people out who lie to me. Straight facts, no chase, to tell the truth, right? And I love music. Music is love to me. If you come into the room and we're in, you're just like here, you're a trip. People are so kind and loving, no matter what race, color, creed. You don't know anybody's political slant. No, you don't care. It's just a place of just loving music. You bring your music and we love on it. Some of us take it down and put it on our playlist. Some of us, say stuff, but my situation is keep it. If you don't like it, just turn the audio down. There's no need to share negative. Just keep on moving with it. And that's what I love about it. But anyway, that's tomorrow night. You guys have a good night. Thank you, Dev. You take it easy. See you, DJ. Good night. You guys have a good night. Thank you again for the donation. I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, what we got here? Oh, okay. I'll see you when I see you.